Hey, what's up guys, this is Bellagio. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm back here again on my second video talking about treasure map team building. So apparently in the past 10 hours I've been talking to people in Discord and also some comments from you guys asking me what if questions, like if you don't have this then what can you do, if you don't have that what can you do. Also one of my friends asking me if we want to build a team against the Intrusion stage, Lucci, with all the all the boosters. So what team we can do. So I came up with some ideas and also want to talk about it in this video. So without further ado, let's jump into it. However, before we go to that team, those teams, let's talk real quick about yesterday's video. I proposed to you guys a team that looks like this. This team is for intruders as non-full batch. You don't have full batch. So I found a flaw on this team here. The flaw is that I misread the Kuma's captain ability. I thought that his 10 turns reduction bind applies to the whole crew, but apparently it's only applied to himself. As you can see, reduced characters bind duration by 10 turns. So that's only himself, not the whole crew. And that being said, if we put Doll on the bottom row, she will be bind 10 turns, and therefore we cannot allow that, right? So to fix this, we just move her to the bottom, to the second row. There you go. Problem solved. However, this team is not a full boost. As you can see that Kuma is not boost. He's not going to give you any TM boost points. This treasure points here. So the question comes later, like what can we do to use like all 6 units, including your friend captains, to give you the maximum treasure points. So that would be my challenge. But before we go to that team, let's talk about the first team. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So the first what if is still around this team here that I'm showing. So the first question I have is that what if we don't have the iceberg as a support? Let me explain real quick what this iceberg does. So I'm talking about this iceberg guy. He basically removed one more turn on the thresholds and rainbow shield. One more turn on both of them. And that works perfectly fine with Frankie, because Frankie's special remove 4 turns of those things, thresholds and damage reduction. So 4 turns plus 1 turn, 5 turns, and there you go. You need 5 turns, that's it. However, if you don't have iceberg, then I would recommend splitting up like what I'm showing here. Okay, so splitting it up by instead of iceberg, I'm gonna propose using this Zoro, because he can remove 1 turn of threshold. Or if you go here, you can go also here and then look up what other units that you can do. Apparently there's just Zoro here. So how about damage reduction? Nobody else, so only Zoro then. Did I have something else as a filter? Okay, no. So yeah, I would propose using this Zoro. And then on the other hand, for Rainbow Shield, I'm proposing you to use this guy, Hound. He will get rid of 2 turns of Rainbow Shield whenever you activate special of Doll, which you will on the 3rd stage, right? So that would be my answer to this question. What if you don't have iceberg? Now the next one would be, what if you have full batch but you don't have giants? So I'm gonna assume that you don't have any giants at all, because you did not pull on the end of month batch. And the team that I will be proposing would be this team. Okay, this team. So because of these 3 gimmicks here, it's a little annoying. Let me hide this one real quick. So the last three gimmicks is somewhat really annoying. It's a really bad design. It as if that Bandai wants you to pull in order to like get rid of this. But even if you pull, you still like cannot use them easily. You know, you still have to have the end of month batch, which is really annoying in my opinion. But anyway, there's a way that we can do, but you have to sacrifice something as shown here in the team. So what I have here is that I propose moving Kizaru. Instead of using him as a captain, put him down on the bottom row together with Akainu. Assuming this is Akainu rare recruit, okay? I don't have the Akainu rare recruit, so I need some Akainu to represent. That's just the purpose, okay? So using Akainu rare recruit and Kizaru on the bottom row, I know that these two will get bind by 10 turns, but Kizaru has the way to unlock himself. So if the first must that you have to do is that you have to limit break Kizaru. So if you limit break him, I'm talking about level limit break right here. Let me go show you. Kizaru. Okay. As of now, I have not limit break him yet. But if you limit break him to this one, then he will gain the ability to remove 5 turns of burn on himself. Okay, so you need, the first must that you have to do is that you must give him limit break up to this point at least. Okay, now let's go back to team building. The second must is that for your team, you have to have active power, the bind at level 3, which is really easy. So I hope you have these two. The first two musts is easy to do. The third one is that you need to have this chip, the Sunny with the coded version at maximum. So hopefully you guys can manage that. So if you achieve this level of chip, it will reduce 2 turns of bind. And that being said, he will unlock himself. Your Kizaru on the bottom line, he will unlock himself from 10 turns of bind. And then you can activate his special. After you activate his special, then your Akainu version rare recruit will be unlocked. Then you can launch his special. Then you will remove 6 turns of special bind on Cheerios. Then that together with this Tashiki support, this Tashiki support will give you 2 turns of special bind removal to the whole crew. So that will apply to Cheerio and your friend Captain Kizaru as well. But yeah, this is how it's going to work. This is the fourth, let me say, Tashiki is the 4th must that you have to have. Okay? And then, yeah, at the end, you just hit. What you are sacrificing is that you're sacrificing the, on this team here, you're sacrificing the attack boost, attack output, damage output, because you're using this Chiro as your captain. And you only have the boost of, you know, times 4 instead of times 5 or 5.5 from Kizaru. Don't remember what that number is. 5.25. Yeah. There is another way. You can replace this Chiryu by, I would recommend using this guy. If you have him, Kuzan and Blackbeard, they will give you, they are better captain damage output. And the only sacrificing is that you will sacrifice treasure points. Instead of 1.4, you just use 1.35, which is not that bad. But yeah, but if you don't have Kuzan and Blackbeard, I would recommend you choosing captain based on your character box. These 2 factors, either they are int boosted or they are cerebral boosting. Okay, so yeah, everyone will have different captains at that point. So this team that I'm proposing here with Chiryu as your captain will give you the maximum treasure points, but I'm not sure how far it will carry you in terms of navigation level. Something wrong with my focus. Okay, there you go. Better. No. Okay, just let it be. Yeah, but once you climb up that navigation level to like something above 200, then you might really have to consider changing Chiryu's, because his attack boost is not that much. Okay, so that will be all for this questions. What if you don't have the giants? What can you do? And you have the full batch. Now let's move on to the last what if. Let me just hide this row columns and then move on to the last what if. So the question is, what if I want to use all boosted units, but I don't have full batch, and I don't have any giants, and I don't have any recent legends like last maybe Garb, Kobe and Garb. I don't have Kuzan Blackbeard. What team we can use? So I thought of the team, and this is the team I came up with. It should work, but it still requires to have two things for sure. I mean, it's pretty inflexible, this team, but it will work. But yeah, as I said, this team give you 3.54 as of 5 units now, which is not that bad compared to this one. Let's see if I plugged in let's say if I plugged in some good booster. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That should be good. 3.3. Actually, this one is better. Treasure point. This is not that. Okay, sorry. Take that back. Okay, this is better. 3.54. Okay. So yeah, this would be a team that you have all the boosters. I mean, all units are boosters. So let me explain how it works. On the second stage, you will launch your friend captain super type and also your friend captain special, just like this. We have to make sure that your team has 3 navy or Vegapunk or 5 elders. That including Kizaru himself. So Kizaru himself plus Smoker plus Vegapunk down here, then it should work. Okay, that's the first requirement. You fulfill it. That's good. Keep that in mind. The second requirement is coming from this Boa and her sisters. I'm going to call her the 3 sisters character. So the requirement is on this one, the EX Super. I want to use this EX Super because if you can launch her EX, then she will reduce the 6 turn of thresholds. Okay, so that's what we're aiming for. But we have to fulfill the requirement, which is 3 of the Paramecia type, Zoan type, or Straw Hat Pirates. Okay, this is not including herself. Therefore, that is why we have Zoan type, which is Lucci, Vegapunk, which is Paramecia type, and Nami and Carrot. Nami is considered Straw Hat. So 1 Straw Hat, 1 Vegapunk, sorry, 1 Straw Hat, 1 Paramecia, and 1 Zoan. That will fulfill the condition of her EX Super. Therefore, we can use her EX for this one. Let's call, let's say, 3 Sis EX. Okay. Then what about Rainbow Shield? Rainbow Shield, we will be using Dr. Vegapunk Special. Okay. And what about Block Ops? What are we going to do with that? The Block Ops will be taken care by Nami and Karina Special. Not Karina, sorry. Nami and Carrot. Okay. All right. What about bottom row binds by 10 turns? Well, actually, binds will be taken care by our captain, the 3-sis. So if you're looking at her captain ability, it just said boost other characters by 4 times and then reduce crew's bind duration by 10 turns. No condition. So that is very good. No condition at all. Binds 10 turn will be removed by the 3-sis. 3-sis captain. Okay, and that actually applies on the second stage as well. So, but we're gonna use Kizaru anyway. No need to, budge about that. And for this one, what we can do here is this one is a little tricky. So top row spatial bind. What can we do? Let's see. Oh yeah, I think I figured it out. Okay, so on second stage, you will want to switch. Sorry. On second stage, you will want to switch captain. And then let Nami and Carrot become captain. Okay, and then that means this will have to take care of that, but it can be taken care of by Nami and Carrot's ability, special. So imagine this, on second stage you will switch Boa to the 3-sis, to the other 2 sisters, and then you'll be allowed to switch with Carrot and Nami. So entering stage 3, it will be Carrot and Nami as your captain. Therefore, they will be special bind. But if you super switch them, it will completely remove special bind. Okay. It has to have they have to have like super switch, okay, which they should, I think, yeah, because they're cerebral. They're gonna get that. Let me double check. Sorry guys, there are so many things that we have to consider. I don't want to give you wrong information. So yeah, cerebral will have switch effect reduced by 5 turns. And how many turns do they need? Doesn't matter. You will make sure that you have enough switching. Yeah, 4 times. So yeah, they'll be ready to do a super switch effect when you have her on stage 3. So you do the super switch effect, then she will remove spatial bind on herself, and then you can activate her special. This one. You activate her special, she will remove bind and special binds and burns, but we don't care about burns, by 6 turns. Okay, so that's not enough, I know. We need 6 turns plus 10 turns. I mean 6 turns. 6 turns plus 3 turns from your power, active power, and then chip. You must use this chip again. There you go. Or I guess you can find a good support that can remove 1 more turn of bind. So that being said, we need to find I don't think we need to get rid of this top row spatial bind because Carrot and Nami will take care of that, but that's for herself. We still have 1 more turn on this friend captain, but we already used his special on second stage, so we don't really care about that anymore, right? So there. And then for middle row will be blown away the Lucci will be blown away, which is fine. It is what it is. We don't have any other giants, and we want to use all the, you know, boosted units. That it is what it is. This is what you have to be pay off. So let it be. Yeah. The reason that I have to switch captain is because I don't want Boa to get spatial bind. That's it, pretty much. And then you can switch Boa back, become a captain. So she will give you higher damage output as a captain compared to Carrot and Nami. So yeah, that being said, this team should work in my opinion. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you want to try it on the actual day and it doesn't work because of something, please let me know so that I can tell you guys making another videos maybe to let all you know that it's not working, something is wrong. Well, thanks for watching up to this point, and I'll see you in the next video.